I had a bit of a breakdown after losing my parents, my job, had to move out of my home, and Chris and Sue and Rudy and Mark, they all picked me up and give me the confidence to get back on my feet and to help others and get them to come for help as well.
The job clubs was on the initial plan for Northfleet Big Local.
My friend who also works in the area said about Sue and Chris, the job club down the Hive, so I came down to it and I've just been coming ever since.
We deliver 3 job clubs every week, 2 are funded by Big Local.
Now I do this volunteering, it makes such a difference because you're helping people.
People can come along if they've had maybe some sort of, not trauma, but if they've been through the system, the job club system, looking for work themselves, or had issues themselves, and they can come and then feed that back like the people we have here.
You recognise vulnerable people and you can give them guidance.
The creche closed at Bluewater in 2007 and I became my parents' full-time carer. Obviously my mum went into the home and I found it a bit difficult to change my life around, and now both my parents aren't here anymore, I'm sort of trying to...
We try to find the right job for the right person, so it might take a bit longer, but there's more chance that that's going to be sustainable.
I'm hoping to open my own business in the Northfleet area, looking after children, and we're just waiting to hear from funding.
We've got 4 businesses that have started up, and hopefully keep working with Sue, we're going to have 5.
I wouldn't be where I am now without Sue and Chris and everybody that works for Kaz Job Club.
I wouldn't have survived without, I was totally broken.
Positives are, as you've just seen, it is the feedback from even just being here for sort of 9-10 months. The people that came at the beginning of the year that I'm seeing now go through the system it's amazing. It really is.
It made a big difference because they've helped me a lot with my confidence issues and other issues that I've had. And
Big Local have not only helped us deliver the job clubs, it's also helped us as a social enterprise to develop and offer a whole sort of tranche of skills. We've got this huge function now. I have to say, I know some of them are here today, but if we didn't have such high standard of volunteers, it just wouldn't be possible.
People that are setting up job clubs in Bermondsey and Slade Green, etc., have come over to us and asked us sort of how we've done it.
We offer welfare benefits advice now, and we know that's a massive need in this area. And people get a letter saying their benefits have been suspended. They don't understand the letter. We've got about 32 live cases at the moment with just 1 volunteer. An appeal form for a benefit's about 80 pages long, so it's pretty intense. We shouldn't gloat about this, but we haven't lost a single appeal through any of our work with the DWP. We'd love to have our own centre. I mean, this is Kent Library venue, and they've been so supportive, it's unbelievable. People come in here and they've lived on the estate for 20 years and didn't know there was a library here. But I think we've outgrown this space because of the demands on our service. If somebody said to me, I want to start a job club up today in the shop next door, I'll say, what do you need? Because we know we can't meet the needs of everybody in Gravesend. So we're not in any competition. We know that we're just scratching the surface, particularly around welfare.
If I didn't have this, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be here now.
it's been a huge change for me in these last 3 years, and I've come out of it pretty good, I reckon.
We set up Food Bank just over 2 years ago because we knew there was a need. Big Local had actually identified that it would be a good thing to have a food bank actually in Northfleet North. Big Local have helped with funding, so they give us enough money to cover the rent for the Rainbow Centre that we operate from. And we also use some of the money to fill stock gaps, so we get a lot of donations. The local community are incredibly generous, but for bread and eggs that we also supply, the money that Big Local gives us, we'll use that to buy the fresh stuff. No Walls Gardens as well, if they've got any extra they offer us, you know, do you want half a tonne of tomatoes, you know? We partner with CAP Money, Christians Against Poverty, through Emmanuel Baptist Church, and they send volunteers along so we can do one-to-one budgeting advice with people to try and get them to a point where they don't need to rely on Food Bank. I'd love it if we weren't needed. That would be fantastic, but I can't see it happening in the foreseeable future. The trend has been upwards. We've fed over 600 different individuals on average 4 or 5 times. So in 2 years. Yeah, so that's a lot of people. Voluntary Group of the Year, we were given, what was it, about a month ago now, weren't we?
About 4 weeks ago.
So we didn't even know we'd been nominated, so it was really a complete surprise, a delightful one. We've never had to do a rota because we've always had enough volunteers week in, week out. Because if people come and then we're not busy, then they'll chat with the few clients that we might have. It's just got a nice feel to it. No one gets paid to do this. I've got another proper job that I do the rest of the week, but if I had a choice, I would be here. It's just great to make a difference.
People always seem very, I wouldn't say grateful is not the word, but they're glad we're here.
Hello, I'm Kelly. I'm the community gardener for No Walls Gardening in the heart of Northfleet. The garden's taken from a piece of unused church land that we've actually regenerated. We grow a wide variety of fruit and vegetables that we actually aim at giving out to the community, whether it be via the food bank or people come and help with themselves, so they can actually get to try vegetables that they wouldn't usually be able to get from the shops and things like that. And we get funding from the Big Local, we've had funding from the Kent Can, Unlimited, and other, like various other organisations. We work with the DWP, Department of Work and Pensions. We work with people with special needs, we work with people who are ex-offenders, ex-users, basically everybody. We will just cater for everybody. Single mums, it fits in with school time, so if they get bored, come to us. It's like they come here for their well-being as much as they do to learn a bit about gardening and work. That's our clay oven, built from Northfleet clay, and we did it all the old-fashioned way with our feet, and we got soaked, and we made little bricks out of it, and we moulded it all up. When we have our community barbecues, we get the clay oven out. And when we have the community events, so we're promoting people to come in the garden, then they smell it and then they can see it. And they can see it growing and see it being cooked. Grow it, cook it, eat it. Well, our Kieran, where is he? He's responsible for that. That's his baby. And he's hanging garden of tomatoes. We haven't just got the community garden, we maintain all the High Street, the Shield, Rainbow Centre. We do a little bit of work at Lawn School. We've started taking work out of our big local areas to try and improve the outside areas so they can come into our area. Well, bees are needed for pollination of all plants, otherwise you can't have food. So now we've got our own way of pollinating our plants. Instead of trying to encourage the wildlife in, we've brought it in, so that we've got it on our doorstep, so to speak. Big Local do help us out with funding when we need it, because we're big promoters of the Big Local. We all kind of are part of the Big Local. We're all on the hub. I'm on the hub. The other directors are in the hub as well. And it's about, if we can promote this, we can promote the Big Local as well, so that people can see we are just one big happy community. And that's totally transforming the areas, because the children are out of crime. They're having interests and hobbies, and even like the ASBOs, we're getting them in, and if we find something they like, we're going to signpost them to it to keep them out of crime and out of trouble. It's rewarding, isn't it? And that makes you happy in itself. If you love your job and your job gives you rewards, what else do you need? Well, this is going to be our new enchanted garden. It's a piece of derelict land that's attached to the local church. It's been left to be abused by the community, and we want to make it a beautiful place again. We're going to be putting a wildlife pond in, so that you got the pond for the wildlife. We're having fruit trees up here. We're having a willow and rambling rose wall, so that it prevents people from getting in. So it's still open space, but it's going to stop people from getting over the low-lying fences, because we can't erect high fences. Well, it's where it's been left for so long. The ground is like concrete, and we're going to replace all the brickwork and everything as well. We're going to widen the path along there. We're going to tar up the gazebo thing, and we're going to put a seating area in the bank at the back with wild meadow flowers and edible trees and bushes. That's going to be our little stage area. We're putting sleepers in the bank, so you've got a permanent seating area, so we can get the Beat Club to come down here at community events, so we can advertise what's going on in the community in a community open space.